with Evan. We are playing a game of Warhammer 40,000. It's going to be Adepta Sororitas versus some Chaos Demons. He is playing with the Tzeentch detachment. I can't remember what it's called.
Scintillating Legion.
The Scintillating Legion. And I'm playing a Hallowed Martyr Sisters. We are playing mission P, I believe it is, which is Crucible battle and inspiring leadership with Scorched Earth. Going over the list, I'm going to start over on this side. I have Junith over on this side with a Castigator and a Battle Cannon. This Rhino has some Arco Flagellants with a Preacher in it. Another unit of Arcos just sitting right over here. There's my Canoness with the Saintly Demise enhancement on there, and a unit of Battle Sisters with Meltas and a multi-Melta leading, stretching back over to here. There's Morven in the suits, just chilling here in the middle. Over here is another Rhino with my Repentia sit into it, and my Seraphim over onto this side. Evan, do you want to go over what you're bringing, starting over on this flank?
Yeah, we got a unit of Screamers over there, sliding along the table. We got 2 War Dog Stalkers, one here and there, both with the Demon Breast Spear and the Claw. We got 2 units of Pink Horrors that are just going to be really annoying to deal with. Another unit of 3 Screamers, fast scoring piece. We got a Tzeentch Soul Grinder. We have Kairos, who he has a Vect, he generates CP and some nice indirect. We have the Lord of Change, who has the enhancement that lets him shoot through another unit, so he can hide behind a wall. Hiding back here, we have the Changeling. Good luck shooting him, he doesn't like that. And then we got a couple things in Deep Strike, another unit of Pinks. We got a Demon Prince with the Neverblade, so +2 strength, +1 attack, and +1 to hit. And 3 Flamers led by an Exalted Flamer.
I also forgot that I have some stuff in strategic as well, so I have another caster in strategic. I have a unit of Zephyrum with a Canoness Jump Pack that also has the +1 strength AP and strength damage and attack, and the Demon Fuge is also in my strategic. We roll off to see who goes first, and it looks like it's Sisters of Battle turn 1. Alright, so we just finished Battle Sisters turn 1. My missions were Secure No Man's Land and Contain, which is really good. I ended up getting an extra CP from Junith, and then I used Miracle Dice of a 4 to get my Canoness down into the middle, just so I can get a secure into there. The Rhino moved up onto this objective to secure on there. These Seraphim moved into this corner to contain. These Sisters advanced to spread out. I got a 4 on the Miracle Dice from the stick, but they're spreading out to just kind of block off some deep strikes into these corners. A Changeling can essentially land on this corner and over into this section right here. These Arcos basically stood still. Castigator and Rhino came into here, and Junith is doing contain in this corner, or on this table edge. Yeah, that's basically my turn. All I'm doing is containing, and I secured, no shooting, no doing anything fun. And that's my classic Sisters turn 1. So we just finished Chaos Demons turn 1. These Screamers moved up onto this objective and did a cleanse. This War Dog Brigand moved into this corner to kind of hide and stop anything from coming in this corner. These Purple Horrors came across and shot at the Canoness and did just enough wounds to kill her, spending 1 CP to bring her back to life. I only generated 1 additional Miracle Dice. Kairos Fate Weaver did indirect shots over at Morven's unit and did 3 wounds to a suit. I rolled all 4s, basically just to save. And then these Screamers over on this side charged over into my Seraphim. Had to spend a CP to reroll the charge because failed on the initial one. Killed 4 Seraphim. I did nothing in return. And yeah, that was essentially that. We are off to Sisters of Battle turn 2. All right, so we just finished Sisters of Battle turn 2. It was a pretty aggressive turn on my behalf. My missions were behind enemy lines and storm hostile. In retrospect, I probably should have gotten cycled behind, but I was an idiot. I discarded a Miracle Dice to get an extra CP. I scored 10 on primary. The Arcos got out of the Rhino over here, moved 7 over here, and then made a decent charge. I think I rolled an 8 to get into these Screamers. The Arcos from this building got into the Rhino, and the Rhino advanced up 3 inches to get onto this objective. The Canoness moved back behind this wall to basically just stage and just be kind of a threat. The Repentia got out of the Rhino over here, and my initial plan was to charge behind the building to kill the Pinks, and then potentially pile into Kairos. But then you rapid ingress the Demon Prince and kind of just screwed up my whole plan on that one. Morven moved up. She didn't quite know what to do. It was one of those things I didn't know if I could get an angle on the Screamers over here. I couldn't really. So I just moved up into the ruin and then also just charged in onto the horrors in the building. These sisters just chilled in the back and are just screening stuff out. And Ephriel came down over onto this side, actually made these Screamers fail a battle shock test and killed one of them, and then failed their 9-inch charge. And that was essentially my turn. Combat-wise, the Repentia just killed the horrors. Ended up having to use 3 of the reroll bird things and the CP to try and keep them alive with rerolls, but barely just made it. And then these Arcos over here just ate the Screamers. I lost 1 dude on the hazardous test, and so now they just have +1 to hit. So I scored my storm, I got rid of behind enemy lines, and we're off to Chaos turn 2. Alright, so we just finished Demons turn 2. Was a pretty big attack onto the top objective over here. What Evan got was no prisoners and behind enemy lines for his secondaries. Kairos gave him a free CP at the turn. These guys advanced up to get angles onto Morven, the horrors did. Demon Prince moved over onto this side of the building. Soul Grinder moved up. Kairos moved up. This Fate Changer?
Lord of Change.
Lord of Change moved back. And then this homeboy moved into the building to see the Rhino. These guys deep struck in to shoot at my Arcos. This War Dog moved over to hide from Castigators. Changelings just in the back, blocking off that back zone. And over on this side, these Flamers dropped in on this corner to shoot at the Ephriel Stern. As you can see, there's not much guys on this zone here. What was it? Shooting the Lord of Change shot through the horrors into suits. I think I used 4 birds to basically just shift the 2-up saves.
You failed 4 and you re-rolled all of them into 4s.
Yeah, and Kairos then did indirect shots and killed another suit. And the Soul Grinder and Kairos killed the Repentia. I spent 3 CP for Fight on Death.
You put 12 wounds into the Soul Grinder.
12 wounds into the Soul Grinder. And then the Demon Prince blew up my Rhino. And then the Rhino did explode, doing another wounds into the...
you did 9 damage into the Soul Grinder, and then he took 3
from the Rhino exploding. Morven's suits took 2 from the explode. Oh, I also rapid ingressed my Zephyrum into this corner. So shooting over here killed 4 of the Arcos. So that's pretty good from these Plague Bearers, or the Horrors. And so Evan scored 4 points for no prisoners for killing 2 units. And we're off to Sisters turn 3. Alright, so we just finished Sisters turn 3. I got Area Denial and Engagement All Fronts. The Arcos ran out from this objective out to the middle and made their 8-inch charge. These Arcos got out of the Rhino and ran up onto these guys. I didn't have to roll far, but they just jumped in on those guys with a 5-inch charge. Morven and her suits moved over towards this angle to try and shoot at the Kairos Fate Weaver, and also have a cheeky shot at the Demon Prince. So Morven shot the Demon Prince, the other suit shot at Kairos. I didn't kill either of them, or I didn't do anything with the suits. The Castigator did work into... Oh no, Morven did end up killing the...
You killed the Demon Prince in combat.
Only in combat, I had to charge. Yeah, the Castigator shot and did 3 damage with the cannon. Hunter Killer almost went through. I got a chicken for the rerolls so that it got saved. And then this Castigator heavy bolted the Flamers, killed like 1 and hurt 1, and then Ephriel Stern threw a grenade at the Soul Grinder, spending 2 CP, well, CP and the ability, blew up the Soul Grinder, tried to kill the Demon Prince with plasma pistols and shit, did not do that, so then they made their 9-inch charge into the Flamers, ended up wiping out that unit. And the Arcos only killed 7 of the pinks, so 10 blues came back. And these guys only killed 9 of the pinks, so 7 blues, or 6 blues came back. I lost 1 Arco in this fight, and nothing happened in this fight. And that's basically it. I get my 4 for engage and 5 for air denial. Oh, and this Castigator is burning this objective. So we just finished Chaos turn 3. This War Dog basically walked around the building and made a 10-inch charge into my tank that was cleansing. He ended up blowing up my tank. In this fight, the pinks shot the hell out of my Arcos, killing all the Arcos. In combat, only did 1 wound to the priest. And here, shooting went into the Rhino, and I made 1 6-up save, and then used a Miracle Dice to save the other Melta shot. And more shooting, I lost a lot of Arcos from...
I don't think you lost much to shooting. It was the...
Oh, combat from his claws.
Yeah.
Morven lost a suit, and then combat, fight back. I discarded Miracle Dice to do wounds, and I didn't do anything. I lost 2 Zephyrum to indirect shots, and that's basically it. Those 2 are not touched on this side. So again, I lost my Castigator and my burning of this objective, and Evan scored 4 points for Storm, only 5 for primary, and got nothing for air denial, but he's keeping it. I also blew my once per game on my Canoness. So we are off to Sisters turn 3. So we just finished Sisters turn 4. Relatively quick turn. This Canoness moved off the zone. Morven stayed there. Ephriel just looked at the Screamer and killed it. This Rhino came back over to here, and all the Sisters got into it. Junith moved on to this objective. My missions were no prisoners in Defense Stronghold. My jump pack, Canoness, and friends moved over behind the wall so that it couldn't be shot from the Lord of Change through the Fate Weaver. Charged in there, popped my once per game attacks. I think I brought the Kairos down to 11 wounds.
Yeah, you did 3 with the Zephyrum and then 3 with Ball.
Oh, and also Evan got on the dice that goes away on the right dice rolls was a 6, so none of my lethal hits are sustained with count. And then 1 Arco died in here, and nothing else happened in here, so I got no Miracle Dice for generating. I didn't have any Miracle Dice for Morven to go extra fighty. And so yeah, that was that. I have a 6 on the Miracle Dice, and then we're off to Evan's turn 4. So we just finished Chaos turn 4. This homie right here is burning this objective. This War Dog moved up and blew up my Rhino. Canoness is still just chilling there. This guy came out, looked at Morven and shot him, or shot Morven and killed her. I spent 2 CP to bring Morven back alive. She's got 4 wounds left. That fight over there, I think I only got 3 damage through after everything said and done from the Canoness. And then in return, I used the Miracle Dice and some of the rerolls from Zinch to keep her alive. And we are off to... Evan scored 2 points for error denial because Canoness is still within 6, and we are off to Sisters turn 5. All right, so we just finished my turn 5. I had Assassinate, bring it down. I only scored 5 on primary as just Junith. The Castigator moved up, tried to charge onto that objective. Oh, Castigator tried to move up and charge onto that objective. Ephriel moved up and looked at Fate Weaver. He passed his Battle Shock, which is kind of stupid on my behalf because I healed him up 3 by doing so. And then in shooting, I brought this guy down to 12 wounds, and then Morven went in, did 3 wounds, and I had to fight on death on my Canoness, which didn't need to because I got like basically 5 tokens as Evan was chasing rerolls, and then 3 wounds went on the Canoness. I just rolled 3 4+s. I have no miracle dice, and just like clutch rolled 4s. She survived, hit back on just her normal profile, and got 3 wounds through, and Evan failed 2, killing Kairos, scoring me big, bring it down, and assassinate. So we're off to Chaos turn 5. Okay. So we just finished Chaos turn 5. Dudes walked to the middle to burn this objective. This Lord of Change came over onto this objective. This War Dog came over and melted Morven behind the wall, getting Assassinate, and holding 2 in No Man's Land gets secure, and then holding 2 at the end of the game, plus the burn, is a big 20-point turn on turn 5, leaving it at an 85-72 for the Sisters of Battle. Thanks for watching. See you next time.